Hello students, this is a very unusual video today I have for you. In this video I'll be talking about one of the most talked about books on mathematical economics, that is Fundamental Methods of Mathematical Economics by Alpha C. Chiang and Kevin Wainwright. Actually the first two editions were only written by Kevin Wainwright. After the third one, in the fourth one, Kevin actually got introduced into this. So here I will be talking about that how the book will be helpful and what are the different areas and corners of this book made it really useful for the students. First of all, this has about coverage of everything. Mathematical economics, most of the books which we see deals with a lot of stuff, but mostly about mathematics. But if you see this book, it starts with an economic modeling, so that makes it a relatively different one, and the real number system, and it deals with the variable structure. For example, here in this book you get to know about the different uses of variables, functionality, and different kind of questions which are very common but rarely solved in books like concavity and convexity, quasi-concavity and quasi-convexity as well. So going through this, we can get to see that the partial equilibrium analysis is also being done, and quadratic function, and whenever we go to the exercises, I will tell you that this book has the numerical problems and also economic problems and direct mathematical questions as well. In the equilibrium of the national income analysis, this is the question where the variables are differentiated among different types of variables are being discussed, and here it's a very special thing about the general market equilibrium. We mostly do about two commodity structure, so that's a partial equilibrium, and here is the general equilibrium of n commodity sales is being given. Later in the parts of the vector operations is being done, which is not very much used, I would say, and matrices, one of the most used part. Linear modeling and matrix algebra is very important. Here in the fifth part, Cramer's rule, you will see in many of the three variable 3 cross 3 functions. This is important. And here in the ISLM model, which is a very interesting part of the macroeconomics, in the macro and micro both mathematical aspects are being shown in this book, especially in this Leontief input output models. Whenever we go to the chapter wise structure, there's a closed model explained very well in this book. Next is the comparative statistics, and the concept of derivatives is being done. Here mostly mathematical problems, and the absolute and relative values, limit theorems are being done, continuity and differentiability, rules of derivative, and all these things. Mostly if you are from mathematics background or have done mathematics in your economics honors classes, so you are familiar with this. One thing very interesting here is the Jacobian determinant. I would like to point out, this is the Jacobian determinant part. So here we will also be scaling this thing, so let's just put it as a number 1 here. Okay, next is this. In this segment, when you see this, the comparative static analysis is being a main key role in most of the chapter based structures. So the rules of the differentials are also being explained very well, and just a second. Okay, next is about now just let me change the color here. The optimization problems, well, very crucial. So optimization problem, we will be talking about the first order derivative and the normal derivative, these two segments, and also we will be discussing the second order and the higher order derivative test. You know, these kind of things are for the first order, we know is for general finding, and the second order is for curvature. The first order tells us whether it is downward sloping or upward sloping, and this tells us the higher structure. So now if we enter into the optimization and equality constraint based segment, this is also very important over here. But one thing this book is actually missing is the game theory segment. So they haven't discussed anything about the game theory, so which is a very much a lagging part. In the further parts, dynamic analysis is also very important, and it every time it has a relatively important economic applications here. So whenever you go, you will see an economic application, and in the definite integral also they have focused on this. You can see here, this is the economic application for this part, so which is also a very crucial inclusion. And very interestingly, Domer growth model also been discussed mathematically, and here also a solo growth model, which is a part of the macroeconomic segment. Going forward, it deals with the continuous time and first order differential and the higher order cases. In these kind of cases, you get to solve a little bit, and a specific formula which you need to remember. They have explained these two very professionally and very in a very student friendly way, rather say. In the higher order difference equation, yes, difference, this is not a differential equation, so difference and differential are different, and they have explained it in a way I sometimes do in my sessions. So this has been also an interesting enhancement, and especially this part, Samuelson multiplier acceleration interaction model. You can just write a long questions answer. I still remember in my undergraduate classes it came as a long question in the mathematical economics paper, and this book helped me a lot. Okay, and in the simultaneous equation system, this much is not that much required, and nature of the optimal control, and these last two chapters you can just skip it. Okay, now if we just go, I will not be able to do everything in this short video, so this is about the introductory segment. And if we go, I would like to point out some specific areas. For example, here the polynomial equation based pattern which they have explained is a very important segment. You will find it around the page 39 to page 40 in the PDF if it is you are doing page 52. So they have not only explained, but these questions, these exercises are very nice. You try to do these exercises. Whenever you get stuck, I am there with you. You can send me your queries, and along with your tries I will be helping you to do this. Okay, now if we move forward, so especially this matrix inversion and all the basic mathematical aspects are also being taught very well, which is not much expected from a mathematical economics direct book. All these mathematical aspects are done very properly, but they have done a very interesting job. Okay, I'm just making it a little bit easier so that I can scroll down very quickly. So this is about the derivative segments, and this is about this part. Okay, so where a curve is upward sloping, and here the slope is changing, and from down to upward, and here about the modular structure, mod x curve is being done, and continuity, differentiability, strictly continuous, and difference between weakly continuous. These two are being also explained. Here you can see very much mathematical economics segments are with discussions of economics. There is a cost function, and these are direct questions based on this. There is nothing fancy in here. Okay, so all these questions are directly will be associated with the examination. So these are very important. 1, 2, 3, these areas. Okay, so next is, I'm going forward, this functionality and the graphs are also very good, but one thing is lagging here is that the number of questions would have been relatively higher, and they have given a lot of questions which are almost similar. You can see these questions in the implicit function questions, almost all are of there are 2 questions of quadratic, 3 questions are this. So the variety of questions are relatively less. That's a con for this book. For example, this one is a very basic mathematical aspect which we can see over here, but anyway, this will be useful for you in the upcoming time. Okay, so this is all about the basic of the book, and they have done some good job in this segment. I would like to just point out this area, especially here. This is the time path analysis. Okay, this time path analysis they have done really well. Every time they have given a function, and as you can see, 6 different cases are also being discussed in a single page, and the cobweb model is also done. So this rarely in a mathematical economics book this much bigger explanation and in detail explanation has been given, and as you can see there are questions on this as well, but many of the cases it has asked for references with respect to 17.10 and 18.2, so directly you can't go to the question, you have to go to the previous back analysis of that. But anyway, if you are having the book, there is no problem with this. So this is the basic structural analysis. You have to solve all the equations, all the questions, and all the best with your exams. Thank you.